What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Truck Talk, brought to you by me, inspired by my man Chili. This is probably one of the hardest truck talks I've ever recorded, and I don't freaking know why, man. I don't know how to get this out. I don't know how to fit it into a 5-minute clip right here, but I'm just going to try my best, man. This is the last take, all right? This is the last take, and we're going to talk about the war that's going on right now in Israel. I could get on here and rant about how Hamas is a terrorist organization and they're committing these atrocities against the Israeli people and everything that you see on the news, and all that. I believe all that's true. I believe Hamas is a evil, wicked organization. But the reality of it is they believe in what they are doing. So obviously they think I'm wrong and they're right. I think they're wrong and I'm right. So it is what it is, man. People have been attacking people since the dawn of time. Nations attack nations. They take ground. They have differences. And we've been committing atrocities against each other as human beings since the freaking dawn of time. None of that really, honestly, matters to me. What matters so much to me about Israel, the nation of Israel, and the Jewish people is the fact that they are the centerpiece of all the prophecies or predictions that the Bible makes about the last days. Israel is the centerpiece, all right? The Jewish people are extremely unique. They can trace their origins back to ancient times. They've been regathered, even though they've been wholesale slaughtered throughout history. Nobody can seem to wipe them off the map. They're still here, and not only are they still here, but they've taken their nation back, and they've existed now as a nation since what, 1948, I think. What we are looking for in this most recent conflict is the fulfillment of a prophecy that is made in the book of Ezekiel in chapters 38 and 39. We're watching to see if this happens, because if this prediction that's given to us, that's written in Ezekiel 38 and 39, if it comes to fulfillment, it shows us where we are in the timeline. The Bible tells us we should watch for these things, and when we see these things happening, we should lift our eyes and rejoice, for our redemption draws near. Now, you have to go read that prophecy for yourself and study it out, but I'll give it to you in a nutshell. What it says is that a nation from the far north is going to be drug into a conflict and allied with multiple Middle Eastern nations against Israel, and that they're going to gather, and it's going to look like Israel has no chance to win. There's going to be a natural disaster, an earthquake. And this confederation of nations that are gathered against Israel are going to be destroyed by a natural disaster. At least 5/6 of them are. Once they're destroyed, Israel's going to spend the next 7 years cleaning up the destruction that's left in the wake of that natural disaster. They're going to spend the next 7 years burying the dead of these armies that have gathered against them. Now, the specific nations that are called out in this prophecy is a nation from the far north of Israel, which we would geographically assume to be Russia, in alliance with a nation The Bible says or calls Persia. Persia is the ancient name for Iran. The reason that some of us think that this could be the beginning of the fulfillment of this prophecy is obviously because we see Russia on the rise in the news, doing their thing, and we also see an alliance forming between Russia and Iran. So the pieces are moving in place for the fulfillment of this prophecy, and we want to see if this happens or not, because it's nice to know where we are at in the timeline, in the order of events. And that's why we pay attention to what's happening with the nation of Israel. That's why it's so important to me and so many other people who believe the way I believe and know the things that I know. And that's why it's unique from other conflicts that are going on in the world. That's all I got to say about that, man. I created a new channel for you guys, Chad Wright 278. Go check it out. I'll drop a new episode for you guys tomorrow on Wednesday. And let me know how you're liking that stuff. If you agree with me, drop a comment on this truck talk here. If you don't agree with me, drop a comment and tell me why. If you think I'm crazy, well, just shut your mouth and freaking move along. Find somebody else to watch. There's plenty of other people out there. Love you guys. Enough said.